Hey Brishards, how you doing? I mean Bruce. Remember when they gaslit me and stole my identity as a UE member up there? The TV said, watch your P's and Q's when you're a wrestler. She's got pepper spray. I don't know, I think because it's a cop show and some lady just got wrestled or something. I have a mirror behind me. Hello? Fine. No, but I don't have any tax debt. Somebody filed a false tax report for some reason. Probably to get my unemployment. I mean, man, I could get like a hotel for one night, but I don't have enough money for that. I'm gonna take the U-Haul back tomorrow before noon. I'm not crying. Crying, it's just depressing. Because I'm a fucking millionaire, man, and I can't get my fucking money. Like, this is like, it's not just suing the fucking DEA and the FBI in Portland for letting this happen to me or whatever, but it's like, I'm literally a millionaire. And like, I can't even fucking tell you how fucking depressing it is. And they're telling me that my fucking organs have failed and shit. I'm seeing blood in my fucking stools and blood in my pee, and I can't even go to the doctor about it because they won't be there when I go. Because they'll just change the power source. And I don't want them to tell me I'm dying, you know what I'm saying? But this is my Universal Bureau of Intelligence that proves innocence. It was me on the ground and my people in here that got permission to further develop this illegal software that was put on me illegally with a drone. Virtual reality from Manitessi's virtual reality brainstem. Or whatever it wasn't. She had virtual reality, yes. No, Manitessi does not know nothing. Because it wasn't on the ground, it was up here. Yeah, well, they saw the video of my mom recording me in the kitchen, scared to death, talking about I was set up for murder, blah, blah, blah. They seen it up here, it's on Google. Well, I didn't know if I was the murderer or if I was the one who threw the gun away. Either way, you can go to prison for that. And that's what I'm saying. After the Russian neighbor, check, see through, after the Russian neighbor years ago tried to citizens arrest me because he said he saw me on his security footage stealing his stuff on a bike. I'm a girl. I was not stealing his stuff. I was on someone's head already, and it showed up on his security footage, man. And then I said, you can show me from running from the outside of the house because I didn't want to be a rat. It was whatever. It was way too scary. I mean, I don't even know who did the crime or whatever, but I also did not think it was real back then. I thought it was a game they were playing called Game of Thrones or whatever. Pinball or Kill or Be Killed. just Jerry. My private investigator was up here, and when I started searching for them and looking for a lawyer or whatever on the ground, he came in here to protect Rachel, he said, because he thought that's who was searching for a private investigator. There won't be anybody on right now. Start blocking. Either that or they don't get the information in time to check it. Or if they do check it, it's up here. They wouldn't show up on my registry because it's going through this computer to a different one. Nobody knows what I'm going through except the people who play the game in Portland. And I think the girls either, because I never talked to the girls about it. It's just the dudes. And there's only one probably, and then I told AK about some stuff too. Back then when we were still friends. Over a year ago. And AK's Anthony. See, it's not that. It's a different Anthony. I think AK. Yeah, and there was a lot of stone. Best friend of mine that's what I mean. They talked to all my friends on Facebook or something, and like we're sending bad stuff to them. Like, will you pick me up? Or something, saying bad stuff, and they're writing me back when I'm sending a normal message. Well, I mean, it was a video, because these people up here told me that they had to give my money to my friends to get me on the ground, because they weren't allowed to give me my money because the person that was on my head that set me up was too scary to go against. And so I wrote my friends that a video, and then their response was, and you wonder why people don't want to pick you up, and we work hard for our money, or something like that. And neither one of those responses really made sense to me at all on the ground, if they were responding on the ground, but it made sense up here. Because I didn't write my friends anything about, will you pick me up? Like, I'm fiending for a crack pipe or whatever, or anything worse than that. I didn't say that shit to them. And I don't even know what they've seen or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I've heard about false videos, false sign-up shots, false pictures up here, but I don't think that shit can go to the ground at all. And if it can, then they're in big fucking trouble. Because whatever they've been saying is the reason they can't pay me is a fucking lie. This is $1 million company, and I've never been in trouble. They crossed the bridge illegally from Arizona and Portland to play the game through my brain Sims on Sneak Tip. And everybody up here knows it. Origami Store. That's what I mean. Like, I could tell my ex all day long, like, oh yeah, there was this game, and try to explain it to him. But the fact is that he already got a report from CPS, supposedly, or someone called him from CPS saying I emailed them something, but he wouldn't even tell me what they said. And he thought I did it because I listed everybody in their house. And he's like, who else knows who all lives in our house? I'm like, I don't know, whole entire Facebook. Anthony Cias, who met everybody when he helped you move. Same fucking piece of shit. They called Shanika's parole officer saying drugs are being done in front of kids, and then broke the window because I wouldn't kick her out so he could live there when she was living in the bedroom and her kids were living in the other room when I wasn't there visiting. I lived at my mom's, man. I didn't have a car. That's why I kept getting stuck. I mean, I did have a car for a minute, but it got towed. And then I got this Stoli car from what's-his-face. I didn't really know it was a Stoli necessarily, but I was supposed to work for him for 2 weeks and be able to get a different car. And then it got either jacked or towed, is what they call it, towed. And I just say towed because it was parked in a fire lane next to a fire hydrant. And then they told me later it had some body on it, and I saw some stupid video on Twan's fucking Facebook, and I was like, oh, hell no. Are you telling me that they're trying to make Twan look like he drove that car and did a hit and run or some crap? Because that's how the game is. It'll mess with your freaking head. But that's just it. It wasn't Twan who gave me the car. It was someone else, but Twan was connected to that person. And the shit outside, around it, the sky cams are looking down and seeing who's on someone's head, and it's not DEA or FBI. And, it's scary. And I don't know if that's just what they do to manipulate the people that do drugs or what. But I had already gotten off drugs to be a better mom, get the fuck away from those mind fuckers. And I already had something in my brain illegally. They had already put something in my head illegally because I was hearing other people talking about other people. It was stuff dudes were doing, but they were looking at a girl and saying, I'm gonna kill you, bitch, and all this stuff. It's from an alternate reality, but it's brain stems of. It's not that the people on the ground, like I'm hearing the people on the ground saying that at all. It's not. It's either they're watching it on a computer, either up here or somewhere else, or because you can log into Black Web with good hackers. Yeah, well, my friends are the best hackers in the world, and they have immunity, but they don't know on the ground. I don't think necessarily, unless they picked up what I was putting down and what I'm not saying. I didn't want anybody to die in real life, and I'm not a rat tail or a narco paid informant. It's my religion to tell them people. If I worked for the DEA or the FBI and did current events, we solve cases all day, but it's not even necessarily cases on the ground where I'm at on my side because they pushed them up too high. It's like Branson. But that doesn't mean it couldn't be. When you ask somebody if we can put a UBI number on you that belongs to Tiffany to read your subconscious mind and ask you a straight up question and you deny, then you're guilty of something, but you don't have to say what it is. Well, I'm not guilty of nothing. And that's the Savior program. My friend said they never would have put me in here as a slut bunny if they knew I was mom. Conquer's pet birthday called. I don't ever know what I'm going to say. They're the ones that say stuff and send it through me. I have an idea of certain things I want to say, but it depends on who's up here. I'll delete it after we're done. I invented the way to read subconsciouses in my brainstem out of loyalists and love hierarchy. We're all saying. Yes, it is illegal. Yes, it's not from here. It's from a different country. But I got further permission to develop it from the Yui women who gave me a Sidewinder and the Empress Lady who gave me the nickname because they ruined my name for T-Bunny up here, having no idea what was going on, just knowing that there's no way that anybody should be able to talk shit to me on a computer or on a phone or in my ear or out loud out here about me being a hooker or a slut or disgusting or whatever they were saying. I thought it was meth-induced psychosis voices until I moved across the bridge and they turned off. And something else turned on. That's why I changed the name from Upper Echelon to Universal Echelon for the women, because the men chose Anthony Cias and it's pouring down whatever they're saying, slut bunnies up here over a solid main girl down here that was trying our hardest to keep people out of jail, stop people from being killed on the streets, stop the rumors from being spread, and was scared to death of going to prison for a SWAT team murder. Or whatever we're not saying. And they say SWAT team because that's a code word for something different. I took some pictures with weapons too, so either up here or on the ground. I was very mad at the FBI, yes, in Portland. Because they allowed this to happen to me in my brainstem. Seattle didn't know about it. It was under the radar because it was under the classic vacation of Pachon. Yeah, the poems on my Facebook account, the Tiffany CS one or whatever. First of all, I never gave him permission to put his last name on my Facebook. I actually had to ask him to make me a Facebook because they had logged me out of my emails, my Gmails. I could no longer make an email or a Facebook or nothing. I had to ask him to make it. And he put my last name on his Facebook or whatever you're saying backwards. And those poems that are on there are about what happened up here, not in real life. And it wasn't just me, it was me and my syndicates, whoever they are and aren't up here, all connected on brain chains. This is scary as shit. When you're looking at something and it looks like you did it when you didn't. Or if you put a helmet on and you see Tiffany stab Robbie and all of a sudden it stabs you too, and a bunch of other people. That's why I copied the first power source, because somebody sat in my body in a game up here, or somebody's game, or somebody's body, and stabbed somebody up here. And it ended up stabbing a whole bunch of people over and over and over again. So I copied the first power source to a different person that I guess I didn't have the right to do in a link to fix the power source. I mean, to fix the stabbed ones outside of my body because I couldn't see them, but they were fixing them in my body, like fix our bodies really quick or whatever they were saying. So when that person would leave, it would be different, then that one would come back. Fix this stab one. Fix this stab one. Don't just copy the power source to those people so they can fix it over there. In the video games, supposedly. I did not participate in any of this Prime account, whatever this is. This is the DEA going against 78. I did not do it for free. I'm like, you ain't selling my awesome girls. Illuminati told me, nope, ain't doing it. Yeah, but it takes 3 people to set somebody up for what they're saying when it's not a real thing. And they have guilty consciences of setting people up or seeing it and covering it up, not of doing it at all in real life.
Honey, can you go and help me with that 3-gallon jug to put? Oh.
seen it. I wasn't crying on the way I had a corona. Bitch, this ain't a pity party. Better go somewhere different. Tiffany's innocent. Sorry about the cuss words. Dude, I started criminal market for my kids because of my ex-best friend being a narc or whatever he was. And I was like, you're not allowed to watch this, listen to this, record this, or write this down. And I felt like everywhere I did go, people, because, I mean, they're with me, first of all, okay? They're like everybody with me. And I know somewhere, somehow, people do get paid to do those things illegally. And I didn't want them watching the people I was with when I was hanging out with whatever I wasn't hanging out with. Because I don't have any friendships in Vancouver anymore, so it's not liars. But anyways, yeah, because it's just not, it's against my religion to do yeah, any of that stuff. Rachel and I don't have kids who've been in trouble before either. So I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, you can punish this guy but not that guy. Like, it doesn't work like that. I'm not asking for special permissions for my kid either. If he makes a bad choice, he goes to jail. That's his problem. But you know what shouldn't be his problem? Not having a place to fucking stay when his mom's a millionaire. And dying because of it. And sick because of it. I didn't mean to cut a story. Yeah, well, here you go. First of all, whatever I put on Facebook, no, my son does not know about any of it. Every video I've ever posted, you can change the words in it. All right, at one point in time, I don't even know who my son is necessarily, is the problem here. But the point is here is that the word he dies codes were taken out of that video and different things were put in. I never said nothing bad about anyone, ever. And it was too for the game up here. They told me to put it on for half an hour and then take it off. Whatever it isn't. All I was doing was sticking up for people. Yeah, well, I was never a UE mom in the UE. That was other people's moms who were up there. I can't be up there as me. My brain stems are split between other people. saw the shape of a transmission. Have you ever submitted transmission knowingly, Tiffany? No, they did say it out of my mouth a bunch of times a couple of years ago. You know what submitting transmission is? Yes. It's where they turn in files to the round table from the long table of crimes people have committed or been falsely accused of. And that information goes up to the FBI hub or whatever it's on. I once said, so in March, 3 years ago, I crossed the bridge to Vancouver to get away from the bad influences over there. And I gave the game back to the UE, however I did it. Giving everything up. I gave up my apartment. I gave up every habit I had, except cigarettes. All at once, I drank half of it a day and did drugs. And I just quit it cold turkey and crossed the bridge. And they said, you won. And I was like, I don't want to win. I don't want your money. Whatever you guys were doing to me was torturous and it hurts people. So I gave the game back to the UE. And it was to the women that were covering up my drug use and not letting me look like what they were trying to say I was on Facebook. In Slut Bunny Land. As Judge Mathis saying, I'm the one who talked out Tiffany's face 2.5 years ago, saying somebody's name, saying that's the AB case. They're trying to somehow, for some reason, move to someone else. It's a situation where a guy did something wrong and the girl was holding it wrong or whatever it's called. We're trying to persecute him or something. My family's never been hurt by anybody except the judicial system. So I invent programs that ink, like pay and check, but together we invent programs that incorporate. You know, the kinds that eventually get stocks and bonds and stuff like that going. Yeah, okay, so. Proving innocence is my hierarchy bond. That's what I was reading here. No. All my YouTube channel goes away once I get my money and I get my backup. Yeah, well, not only do people in other places think I got this money, but they also think I told on someone that I did it. I could have a hit on my life for so many different things, it's not even funny. And the kind of shit that you guys have been letting them fucking talk about on Facebook, even if it's just up here, is so horrendously messed up that, I mean, yeah. They know she's telling the truth. It's just annoying. Let's see if I can show you something. It'll work. The vape pen goes here. I pull this in, and then they blow it out of my mouth. And sometimes it'll make like an exclamation point, or they bomb each other. I'm not blowing the smoke right now. I can hear Ben too. Skulls. I was turning into someone. I didn't see what it was. You guys think I love words spelled out in smoke? Yeah, it's the tightest thing you've ever seen. Yeah, but not all ones you see. It's usually pervert shit. Stuff, sorry. I see words and... Yeah, I don't see the actual bitmap now, like an actual picture photo taken of somebody. It's like drawn. It's like a Pixar picture of it. That's my Sidewinder. No, she didn't say that about you. He did. He's just being a chicken. No, I don't hear everything, the questions at all. They do. And they usually answer for me because I can't hear what they're saying. I hear other stuff from a different earphone. I transmute music where people can be talking and I hear different things out of their mouth, but I can usually tell because it has something to do with what's going on up here. I see different things. I hear things from the TV. It changes words from the TV and a sound wave. Things can come through my computer while I'm listening to a different song saying stuff like floating globes and floating pyramids. Or some cool said to it the other day, but I can't remember what it is. They have the availability to change my videos to say anything they want up here and on the ground. Because I'm virtual reality scanned into this company that I started, or program, or whatever you wanted to say. It wasn't. My hair is down past my chest. No, I don't have extensions in. It's right there. But it's very thin because it's falling out. I have scabs all over my head for what we're not saying. Yeah, you can feel them. Oh my god. Do they hurt? Mm-mm. Not unless you pick at it. Your hair will fall out. Mm-mm. So I don't like to wash it. It's not eczema. Eczema is a white crusty substance. This is like sebum accumulation, so good. It's hard to explain what it is. Okay, so L7, when you flip it up, could go like that, right? Okay, well, L7 stands for Loyalist 7, because my nickname is 7, with no second E, and I'm a loyalist. And it is to a fault, but I don't know any other way because that's how I was raised. Like, you give unto others as you would want them to give unto you. You do unto others as you want them to do unto you. And it's like, right, heal a broken heart, put a smile on someone's face with funny some truth, never be erased. But my mom always said, like, when people are mean to you, you're supposed to pour heat up and coals on their head or whatever. And he was saying the same thing. Like, you're not supposed to be mad. You're not supposed to get sad. You're supposed to smile all the time and be sweet. And if they're mean, you just let it roll off your shoulders and keep going. Well, we tried that for 2 years and it wasn't working for Tiffany at all. To not be disrespected because of what these girls or these dudes were doing up here to get her money on the other side. And I am a guy, that's why her voice changed. She does not have multiple personality disorder. This is multiple profile disorder in the DEA and whoever else it isn't. And the UE. Have you ever seen any of these pictures or videos? Mm-mm. The only thing I've seen is porn that was sent to my mom's phone. And one of my big love friends from before tried to show me a picture of an STD on somebody that they said was on my head doing porn in virtual reality. But I didn't look at it. But she didn't say they were on my head. She was just like, oh, there's a picture of an STD. And I'm like, girl, why would you show me that? And here comes the accusals department. If people were on live on the ground, it would show me right there. I'm pretty sure. I've never seen there be a one next to that thing. But I have before in Portland when one of my UE people up here, when we did a video together, right after I watched it said 100 views. So she was able to have people simultaneously get it or watch it up here in the UE. And they all have my back in Portland. I don't know why they just winked on the other side. Anyway, so in your hostages in the CPS department, Credit Protection Services, right? The arrests you've made up here, they're all farm related, and they all have crank in their system. In the last 6 months, there's been several. In the last 3 years, there's been a lot. I don't have crank in my system. I told you that wasn't her. Oh, Amber Shards, I believe is the name I'm supposed to say, was in charge of the identity theft of mine that was taken from me in Portland, and as a UE member, this one. Almost. Kellyanne's a warden somewhere, I think in Arizona maybe, is a ring. It might be just a profile. He's the one that came down the pipeline, scared me to death, telling me I had to turn myself in. Portland Police Bureau, or whatever they were saying back then. Or Kellyanne's a warden. Did you ever kill anyone? No. You ever shot anyone? No. Have you ever shot a handgun? Once into a mattress. Automatic weapons? No. Semi-auto? Yes. No. Is that the legal AK-47? Yeah. Yes. Rifles and shotguns? Yes. So you shot an AK-47? Mm-hmm. With my ex and my friend Norm up on March Mountain. You're shooting clays. Oh. Not a robbery? No. Do you know anyone that's ever killed anybody? No. Unless they did it from a guy named Buddy the dog, or Nick, or Libby's husband. And I still don't know who they are if they did, or if it was related or not. Nick's one he gave CPR to. Mm-hmm. They said Libby's husband died of a asthma attack, but there was something weird about it. He's the one that sold guns for me when I first got my apartment. Well, he died for it, so let's just forget that notion. Pay my first month's rent. Kenneth Allen. Son of. So I didn't even know I ever did drugs or nothing until I told him I got home. So I have a problem with you. He has a problem with the fact that somebody called him from CPS saying I filled out a CPS report that I did not fucking fill out. And I don't know for sure if he seen or read anything on Facebook. I just remember getting his messages when I was sending my friends messages on Facebook asking them why they're talking crap. And he's like, nobody knows what you're talking about. You're making a problem out of something that's not there. And you were going off of what you're saying, yeah. Because that's whatever it was that I was accusing people of, or whatever it was, the reason that was stopping me from getting my money. or getting safely disconnected, not having to deal with it anymore. Because in this one leads on to be someone else and someone else and someone else. There are people up here with globes on that have electricity going through their brainstems. And no oxygen for some reason. That's cool. No. Not in the last 3 years. Since they did this to me, since whatever these accusations occurred, and I don't know if they tried to go back in time, trying to make it look like there was something before that, but that would probably just give my money back up some other stupid story. But, and you weren't allowed to use that against me. Here you go. Have you ever been to jail? No. Have you ever been arrested? No. Have you ever been handcuffed? Yes. They took you back to Salem, or to where the pimp was? Yeah. Was your first start doing drugs on homeless? Yeah. Right after me and my ex-wife. First abusive relationship. Only abusive relationship. The other one was not a relationship. Survival club. And they never was never abusive to me. It's just a douchebag. And I call him Anthony because that's what his girlfriend called him, so I just call him a gay. But he also had something similar going on, I think, that I have going on now. Or he might actually have one personality disorder. Because his reactions to certain things were irrational. Like, I can't really explain to you. Or he has Asperger's. Because it just doesn't make sense unless someone else is driving his train to get that mad. Because whatever he feels disrespected by is disrespecting the person on his head. And I was told that the people don't always know when they're on his head. I don't know if I said that earlier, but I was also told by London and London Fog that they had to stick up for him first because he was kicking their ass. Sorry, I said names. I wrote a couple of my friends on Facebook a while back telling them if I could have their phone number so I could stop using Facebook, but I also told them I was going to apply for an FBI job. And like one of my best friends wrote me back like a you gross face or a mad face. No, none of them gave me their number except one. And she, I don't know if she lived here then, but now she lives in Arizona. And she used to be a cheerleader. And that's who I asked DUE up here to have her represent me in Arizona. Or standing or feeling or whatever up there. So I'm connected all the way across the United States. Just like this. I have to ask them to take off my special capability helmet so we don't fry when I flew. Because other people were flying and they were burning up in the brain up here. Or catching on fire. Yeah, well, whatever my mom said the other day, that's not ever, I never said the R word to my mom. At all. But that's what it rotated into up here. With that name on it for some reason. Shrouded corn is not okay. I don't feel it in my body at all, no. I just get punished in my brain for what they do up here, so to speak. I've been in the hospital 5 times for what happened to my body because of what's been done to my brain. I hate hospitals. Here's a good Mama Ocean Facebook situation right here. It was used illegally. And it is in fact what brought in all my friends from Vancouver and their brain stems, acting like they had to stick up for me when it wasn't even me in here, it was someone named Sarah. I was dating somebody else, and she did not know who my kids were. I don't know if she had my body on or my name or what, but whatever it was got real messed up. Really messed up. I would never choose a boy for my kids, ever. Especially if I was up there. And there's people up here, but they're not up here. A few times, 18 hours a day times every single day, because I work, literally sit here 18 hours a day, unable to function like a normal human being, like this. If you times that times $25 an hour, it's around 50 grand. And that's just the last 6 months, not including my $1 billion company up here that is killing me in real life. Whether you want to admit it or not, they already did. It doesn't matter if you look stupid or not. The whole point here is you don't lose your job once you admit you were wrong.
Yeah, the comments call.
They said you told your mom you're connected to the DEA, correct? And I said, yes, sir. And they said she does not claim the FBI Portland at all. Big Voice in the Sky #1. Big Voice in the Sky #2. These are sanctions. Brad on each one. It's because you're in the middle, honey. This one didn't do that. Someone different. Long nose bird is going down again. Different glasses. Okay, well, whether you want to admit it or not, there's something called a Google ISM code, and that's not really the name of it, but it literally peels your clothes off. I saw an advertisement for it on Google. It was literally some guy showing his friend. He's like, look at this, and he's looking at some girl on his video camera, and it literally peeled layers of her clothes off. I mean, you can't have it in your actual eyes, but on the computer you can. They gave me a sidewinder through a computer system. They thought I was already up here. That's why I got messed up, and they thought they were going to get fired. They're not guilty. I don't blame these women whatsoever. These women have had to go through so much hell up here trying to stick up for every single person and every single person and every single person thinking that they're going to get fired. I don't know if it's their entity program or whatever it is or isn't. It's not their fault. It is your fault for letting them do videography porn through my brain stems when I'm a mom and got off drugs to get the F away from these people. And turn around and call me the rat tail when the whole point they gave me a syndicate was because I wouldn't say if somebody had papers or not, because I didn't want to be friends with somebody who told on people. I mean, I didn't know for sure if he did or not, but yeah, but they gave me a syndicate, but they gave it through me to someone named Sarah up here to set me up underneath there. She said, Nelly! I want my Nelly! There goes the professionalism, sorry about that. No, anyways, you know. You're beautiful. Thank you. I'm not talking to Tiffany, I'm talking to her. Because Tiffany thinks she's pretty when she's in her face. Well, I'm Amy, the one that told her to come up here on presidential election last winter, not this one. I told her to wash her hair because it was greasy, and I did not realize she was not already up here either. There's a green bottle there. Turning the popes into a candlelight for her. Alright, so broken wings. Alright. I'll put the Omega with Christianity on it. Universal Illuminati. Simple. Yeah, I get it because they take it out of my reason. Universal Illuminati is not that, what is it? Yeah, that is it, I think. Universal Illuminati Isocode Alpha to the Omega, which is beginning to end with Christianity on it. And that is, in fact, dedicated to these women that had to do that, and that's where the S Corporation starts. It did not start over there where they were being narcs at all. It started over here with them trying to protect me from looking like a slut. Up here. Because I got tried to be a better mom and they were going to try to help me financially. They also thought I was up here over there getting a motorcycle made for me by the Holy Rollers and other entities that I'd spoken with on the phone. They weren't even from here, from Arizona or somewhere else in an alternate universe. That's the Sidewinder people. I've never been in trouble. I'm scared to death to go to jail, yeah. It was way worse before because I didn't have money to bail me out or anything, but The problem here is that my actual friends told me that they set me up to get help them, and they didn't know I was a mom. They never thought that I would actually get in trouble for whatever it is that they set me up for. And I don't know if I even can, because I don't know. All I know is that I used to call Portland Police Bureau when I was visiting over there. I'm like, do I have a floating warrant or a warrant or anything for them saying that they're going away? And they're like, no, there's nothing here. And I call Vancouver and they're super nice. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, after I called Portland to file a police report about this whole situation, they didn't call me back. When I started calling about it, they were rude to me. And I'm like, oh, hell no. What a backstabbing piece of crap. How are you going to sit there and call yourself a godsman and then sit there and just be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to take her 9 shares and forget to protect her, the human being on the ground? The people at the long table that submit transmission up to the round table literally gave me 9 shares out of 21 to keep me protected on the ground because they had accidentally set me up. They did not know I was not that guy or something or someone else in here. It's because I'm on a chain and you have to protect who's on your chain, they said. It was spinning. It looked like the thing that the transmission, the little bolts that are on it. Unless it was a time. Oh shit, no bird. Sorry. No, yeah, he's crazy. Yeah, well, like I said in the beginning of this video, I do have a friend named Nat, and I do have a lawyer Dan somewhere. If he's not dead, they told me that he died. And I can't find him on Facebook, so they probably either blocked him for the stupid game or he did die in real life. And when I asked my friend about it, she didn't respond. That's what I mean. Like, I've literally messaged my friends and I'm like, hey, how are you doing? Or whatever. Or I guess I didn't really say, hey, how are you doing? I just sent them a crying message about what I was going through, and they either blocked me or said something weird like, and you wonder why people don't want to pick you up or something like that. Right? If you look at my Facebook, nobody has responded to me at all except one person. And well, 2 of them did. And then the responses, I mean, it kind of matched, but it didn't match if you know what's going on up here. It was almost like the people up here were responding, thinking that the people on the ground knew what was going on up here, or that up here is the ground where I'm at. Oh, Drum? Yeah, drum. When you see your eyes move like that, it's called shelving. It is a computer system that does it. And it does to take information out of the law library and everything else. So, no, a normal human being does not have what Tiffany has in her eyes. Okay? She literally was staring at her knee, trying to get these charges off her and her son, praying. I can explain to you what happens when it sends things out of your eyes. She was staring at her knee and she watched a bruise happen. And then it did go away within like 20 minutes. And there was a black spot on her knee. Like, they're still saying, I'm watching it right in front of me. I'm all, uh-huh. Of course you are. Because you want to be. Because you're the one getting my money. Right where I'm not at, so I can't stick up for myself. That's a different thing. I want to be off this chain where it's truth, lies, and garbage can. I want to be off this chain where everything we say is to good for me out of my head and out of my mouth goes up on the opposite side. That's gross. Weird. Trying to go up your butt or something. Oh, gross. Sorry. It's a computer comment glitch. The watchtower's calling. Well, it's a lot nicer to see you laughing a little and talking with us in real life on the ground because we're talking through your mouth than it is to see you crying like that up here. Well, it's not even you, it's Katie or Rebecca or any number of other unique people who got sucked in. You do know that one of these women went to Rikers, right? Up here for a year. Because that motherfucker made him see it from his perspective. The scary one? Yeah, that one. They're like, I would have rather done it up here. God, that's not the point, you guys. This isn't real. What you're looking at ain't real. That you remember person should have never been there. That was a man's situation on the ground that they changed into being about someone else. Unless it was a porn thing. I don't want to get bumped out on my YouTube. Yeah, but when they watch it back, whatever, they would have to have somebody like me sitting with them in their eyes where they can see what we're sending. Because it's Illuminati information that money. Illuminati means like you're a millionaire, basically. And it is due to digital systems and a lot of other things, but it is hierarchy too. But it's a qualification that it's not necessarily Illuminati. I don't know why I say it like that. But anyway, the point is that whatever they're saying is not true necessarily. I was just worried about being friends with the people that played the game, so because I didn't know if they were the ones that had to disconnect me or not. I mean, eventually I got the point that that's probably not possible anymore, but anyway. I don't know, certain people are saying it. They keep me down here like this. And like they do that stupid piece of shit, Two-Face, whatever it's not. You see that? It's literally porn falling down in like virtual reality. I mean, oh, winged wings. I have a screen in front of me that you can't see, but anyways. It's what's to blame, basically. It's appropriate. Up here we did get a few cops and judges and people. It wasn't back necessarily, it was just letting them see something that they did that they didn't do, so that they could be open-minded to whatever might come up, and to coerce them into using my program to prove innocence before they try to prove guilt off something that they've seen up here. I love you so much. I'm so glad you're not on drugs or anything to me. Thanks, me too. No, I never did heroin. Well, honestly, I did try it once when my son thought I was doing drugs. I denied it. He said he wasn't coming to Thanksgiving, and I was like, oh, Jew, that was when I was homeless. I almost died. No, my son loves me the most. He's my baby bear. He doesn't blame me for nothing. He was just having a hard time, I guess, and he couldn't find me. And he thought I was just somewhere living it up, high on drugs, not caring about him. But that wasn't the case at all. I was homeless too, living in a trailer. With no electricity. I know my when I was in my van outside of Sal's house. Yeah, around there. The clay stomach guy? Yeah. Oh, that's scary. Very. Don't ever put needles there. Yeah. In the stomach. Well, I was your first lady, so I don't know why you want me to move, because you're trying to persecute her. No, I'm not. I have nothing in my power source. So your personality doesn't change to me? No. I'm grown. I'll always be a crier. I'll always care about people that I don't know very much. That's not me. I can't see what they're seeing. So if there's a version of me up here mixed with some bad bitch, just forgive her for being whatever she is, because that's not me necessarily. Because I forgive the people who played the game to a point, except Scandal Beesies. I forgave the dudes because other girls made them humiliated for whatever they didn't. Jealousy or whatever it wasn't. I did not forgive the hierarchy for leaving me down here and giving my money that I earned to other people, either up here or on the ground. I did not forgive these people in Portland for acting like I was schizophrenic when these women were the ones screaming out of my mouth to shut it off, shut it off, shut it off, because they killed them in a game that they were not playing either, and led them to believe that it was me. Yeah. Universal Bureau of Intelligence. Here's what I want to say. Yeah, it's like browser for doing things. Oh, super legal. Yeah. Well, I forget what it is and stuff. I mean, it is, but it isn't. You just throw your all 3 states FBI thing away. So I told them not to watch it when they were because they're already on its roll. Yeah, well, I don't want to do drugs for life force loss. I don't want to be a deadbeat mom. I don't want to be any of those things, but that's what I am right now. I don't have the availability to even get like a real job because I can't think for myself. And you guys are thinking for me. And it could be because you're keeping me alive or because we're working for this corporation, but I should be getting paid for what's going on in my body and my mind. I'm requesting my $888,000, which is what I've made over the last 3 years, 18 hours a day, minus a good chunk of time for being stuck over there with other people that you made me talk to get rid of your charges. I want to get people on my team, yeah. I mean, it's you gotta think about it. Like, I begged them on my birthday too. Every holiday, pretty much. I'm like, please, 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 just give me some money so I can go see my kids or do something productive. I need a car. You're keeping me entrapped here so you can keep playing this game illegally through my brainstem, and you're acting like you haven't been doing it this whole time. I literally have witnesses, and they know it for a fact. My brother knows it. Summer knows it. Everybody I've already it told you, listed, knows for a fact that you did this to me. And they know too because they had something to do with it. But yeah, almost the one I know about my brother and Summer, but people in Portland have all got money, man. One way or the other, does it look like it's from the game? No, probably not. Probably filtered down through dark web or something different. Like somebody trying to pay my card and it coming up here and them automatically taking it off through the computer system and putting it in their account somewhere else. I don't ever expect to see that again. Whatever that just wasn't. Oh, yeah. Hey Rachel, how you doing, girlfriend? I didn't know we could personally be in people's bodies with a wink. Yes, I did. Just it's only for certain calibers of classifications of echelon. Correct. Until we started my company, that you guys forgot I started by myself with no one because of what they did to me up here. Other people might have had people talking in their brain sense, like my friends that played the game or whatever, but that's not the same thing as what happened to me when I saw the stars. These people said in my body, after they gave me a sidewinder, they gave me a sidewinder because of the people who they put through me. They were worried for me. They were worried for my life on the ground because they listed me as somebody who told on somebody who was a gangbanger, and then they turned around and listed me as somebody who killed somebody. And they called me a rat tail the whole time. So they basically made me 3 different people off puts of whatever it was or wasn't that was going on up here. So, yeah, and then not just that, they were worried for my life in real life, but not just that, whoever they put on me was not okay to put on someone who just got off drugs to get away from them, and that is a mother in real life. Regardless if my daughter didn't live with me or not, that's not the point. The point is I'm a mom, and whatever happens up here can get misconstrued as something different. The problem here is that they could not fix it over here in Washington State because it's from Oregon, or else the reach didn't go all the way over here across the bridge back then. It does now through certain loopholes, but only because we pulled it over here smartly. Around Seattle, because Seattle was like, I'm not doing that to our syndicate. I'm not a syndicate. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about someone else in Rachel. Two. We've done some pretty dirty things in the DEA area over there in Portland, or maybe it's the police bureau in Beaverton or somewhere else. Sir, you know who you are, and you probably won't watch this because you're too scared or something different. I'm reading your mind right now. You are guilty of this. There's like some big, huge stir in a small honey pot. Some else pour it out or something. I don't know, I don't want to cover up something. I think I can really help you in the fact that I can send virtual reality messages and they can say everybody here and over there and do a bunch of cool stuff that you couldn't have done before they did this to Tiffany on the ground. And it does get things done about 15 times faster, but it's not really right here that it's getting done correctly. It's over there. And they're trying to cut me out of the puzzle up here still. Tiffany's 100% correct. Nobody in Vancouver knows about this game or being up here at all. Or even that it's real. Only Portland does. And her friends did too verify that she's not telling the truth at all. Like at all, being yes, she is. What do you consider out loud, Tiffany? When you're up there? Or maybe when you had a globe on, or a brain informant helmet, or something like that? Where you're allowing them to read your lips, or listen to your ears, or watch through your eyes, or whatever they do. No, they're saying don't use your make that out loud. Oh, on camera, right? Yeah. Well, I'm none of those things, so. Stop pooping out loud. Hey, stop peeing out loud. I know, right? Alright, so your friend's a really good actor, and you got brainstem like nobody's business. That's fine, I get it. It was too connected to the judicial system in Oregon and Arizona, so she's not lying. She's not stupid. More money you need to pay her. She's losing your job out loud. And this is what the SS said about Tiffany, probably the human being. This is what the airport controller from the FBI said. Saying your program's gonna get taken away because they're misusing it. Or I'm not a Nazi. Right. And to go for hats, said imagine that in the Ku Klux Klan, you got an Asian, a black guy, and a girl. Or something. Us working for you. They're just racist. There's hierarchy somewhere else. And no girls either.
Can you talk?
Yeah.
I went to check the mail and see if it was back, but I
Well-
read.
Maybe not. I'm still on the video call.
Okay. Anyway, they didn't say it would be in the mail. They said 3 to 4 days if you put back in your card. So I want you to check your bank card and see if that $77 is back. If not, I'm gonna call him.
Okay.
Find the guy's name and date. I call him.
Okay. Is that all you wanted to say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it didn't come in the mail. So I looked at this. It was supposed to go back on the card.
Okay. And when it came in the mail, they don't even know my address. Oh, the stupid rental car company. I got one online, and then they called me, or I called them or something, and they made me change it a different way. And I went all the way to the airport to pick it up, and they're like, "Oh, you have to have a credit card." I was like, "What? Why didn't you tell me that on the phone?" And they put like a $77 hold on it. And I was like, "All right, we'll cancel the reservation then, I guess." And then they still took out the money. Tiffany's subconscious is like, "You want to fix that FBI people paying attention?" It's just funny. You know, somebody said they paid for my U-Haul, but they didn't pay for Tiffany's on the ground human. They paid for them up here. You know, I'm trying to be the best mom I can, but I can't. Living on Social Security, and I can't. My son can't stay here because my mom doesn't have room for him or whatever. And it's just not fair. I got off drugs to be a better fucking mom. You owe me fucking money, you know it. I don't know why you're sitting here acting like you don't fucking owe me money, you fucking piece of shit. That's a fucking cop-out. I've been hearing that for a long time. I know I'm supposed to pay her. I just don't want to pay her. I'll lose my job. I don't give a fuck if you lose your job now then. All you have to do is admit you were wrong or whatever you're fucking saying. Because I didn't do shit wrong. I'm not in there. And if I am in there, you can drive my train to do and say whatever you want me to do and say, just like they do on the ground. You're not allowed to have me in there when I'm right here. Able to talk to the upper echelon from the fucking ground because somebody else is talking to them for me. Nobody else feels the couch lower. Nobody else feels that. Like, it's... Yeah, man. Japan did come down here, but they were called Karosyria, and they were through Sweden, and they sounded like entity voices. Okay, plexiglasses. And they were telling me that they built Robotrons on the hospital wall to keep Tiffany Brooks Browning, the human being, alive with a Sidewinder down here or whatever, to keep her and them alive up here, whom he was in love with, who was one of my UE member people that's an entity lady. I think it's the one that came down and whispered in my ear yesterday and said, "I'm sorry, I set you up, sweetheart." Because she didn't know I wasn't that one over there either. The one that everybody hates. The one that's literally paid to make people hate me. So they can keep getting my money in Scandal Land. Support some other bullcrap. Ugh. It's been about an hour now. It's in the shape of tracks or stairs. Yeah, well, I have this deposit slip from what, 2 or 3 years ago? 2 years ago, I think. And then I grabbed out of my mom's checkbook because you guys were with me and you wrote on it, you said, "Forgo over there for Tiffany and Soraya because of what you guys did to me and what you were allowing them to say on Facebook or whatever it was or wasn't." And that was before it got to this point. And it said on it, "Sounds of the Rings," when I didn't even know what rings were. I thought it was literally rings, you know what I mean? Secret Society shit. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the rings are because I'm not in there. The only way I would know what's going on in there is if you'd say it out of my mouth or tell me subliminally, and if I can't see it, it's kind of pointless usually. So why the fuck won't they watch the video then? Hey, motherfucker, I'm gonna arrest you in real life for M-wording somebody right in front of me while you do virtual reality porn pinging off kids. Watch. Here's your boss rolling out. Here's this one setting up my son. Whoever he isn't. Said you can't do that right now. It's gonna take away from whatever's being done up here. There he is. Lewis. You know my... Yeah, man. I have witnesses, that's the point. You can try to call me crazy all you want. My friends know for a fact what I'm talking about, but not the ones in Vancouver. Well, my brother and Summer know some. So don't even fucking front. Because they already questioned them. They already know that this is real for Tiffany Browning on the ground, and they know that they had something to do with it. They just didn't know how serious it was. Or that it was profitable at all for a real human being who was set the fuck up by the FBI in Portland to cover up for the FBI in Arizona making a mistake in the girls' department. Protecting themselves up here and not be on the ground. You know, they're all on timers, and they come out, and then once they figure out that I'm innocent or I'm a human being or whatever they figure out down here, they either get deleted or the lapels ones, yeah, but for some reason their information doesn't ever reach the ground where I'm at. What are lapels? It gives you wings to fly around the law library where you can go and touch other syndicates without having to go through another brainstem. Skin Brown, not guilty. Last name of Brown and 2 women department, not guilty. Daughters of those, not guilty. Tiffany Browning, not guilty. Carol Browning, not guilty. Whatever you're saying. At all. Skin Brown 1, not last name Brown, not in the last 3 years. Since I started to do it. You don't ever get to feel like yourself or nothing. No. Like yesterday, like I was stressed out or whatever, but then someone else was nervous about something, and like I can't actually hear what they're nervous about because they're somewhere else. And it's like, even if I could, it's like pointless because I can't do nothing about it, and it's just depressing. It's nothing but just computer holes where they hide stuff and sew it up, man. It's so disgustingly fucked up. It's the UE thing, man. It had to do with, I can't explain it to you, never mind. It's pointless excellences. About when something happens to one person, it happens to everybody over and over and over again. With different people involved, and it's just traumatizing. They don't know who they're messing with up here because they can't see us. But we are too military, and we are too CIA, and we are getting very fucking pissed off at this Reynolds rap piece of shit, whoever the fuck he is. It says he's from Portland, but he's also from Arizona for some reason. Tiffany went Homeland Security on your IC9 to get disconnected from you, sir. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and the Alpha to Omega and the Illuminati iStem. Wait, Illuminati. Universal Illuminati iStem. Alpha to Omega. Alpha to the Omega is collegiate, yes, A to Z, but it also is in the Bible. And it's got Christianity on it. So there's forgivenesses in women in here and men that go to church. And they don't like it up there, but that's how it is down here with Tiffany. Now we've seen hell. We don't want our kids or whatever to go through it either. So go home, guy. This is not real, man. Because if it goes through up here, whatever it is they go through up here can eventually make its way down to the ground by people spreading rumors and sending text messages when the coins are lined up and leaving voicemails. I mean, my best friend got a voicemail from me saying Brood was after me. And when I called her, I was like, what? I never said that. Like, why would Brood be after me? And I don't know if that was from someone else from previous years or something more recent, but the point is I never said that to her, and she is the world's virtual reality. So I don't know if she got that voicemail because she has virtual reality or what. But my other friend got a text message. She said, I don't know if it was on Facebook or on her phone, saying I need help. I never text her that. It's almost professional. I know, I'm sorry. I just, again, I'll bet sometimes. I messed up and said that wrong. I was supposed to say. The Nelly thing. I guess. Did you know that when we're in your body, we go somewhere else? And we turn into somebody different? I knew that one of you does and the other one doesn't. But I don't know where the other one goes. I don't know if they get to the end or if they go somewhere else. That's why it's not fair. Yeah, but these people are not on the ground going through this every day. These are alternate universe people going through it. These normal lives on the ground. Five, 7. Yeah, well, I picked out a house. I mean, I was like, well, you can pick out whatever you want, but I got like millions of dollars up here. And I was like, hey, Aubrey, here's your house money. It's like $700 and something thousand. Please stick up for the human being on the ground. She's from Seattle. I don't know if she's the one that came down here with the Cynthia lady and the angel lady from Arizona, it said hashtag Sarah set Tiffany up with the two houses being on top of each other because my mom's old house and my old house back when I was a stay-at-home mom, it's the exact same house layout, and the cute, sexy pictures I used to take it they were using in their picture-in-picture porno bullshit up here were taken at that house. When I was younger, before I had vitiligo all over my body. They were never naked or nothing, but anyway. That might have been how my friends and home family got invoked too, because they were also those Snapchat pictures. And it was just sad. It's because everybody that's up here, with the exception of the group, well, anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is that these people were already up here, kind of, and like, I'm trying to find pie or something different. That's a much problem for this. This is a good thing for this one, human, but not that one over there. Maybe you can't see what you're looking at. Oh. Evas! Here's your trust fund. I'm supposed to be able to give this to my daughter. And if you don't, the dog officer are going to cover you, so it's private investigators of the department. Whoa! Oh my god, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Maybe. You bring the light down on me right now and throw me into something different and freak out. My face is not around my face like that. It might just be my backwards transfer. I remember my hand when I was going like this, and it just got brighter and brighter and brighter until it like lit up until you couldn't see it anymore over here in the corner where there's no light. Okay, there's light there. It's just the way the computer's looking at it. I guess. It just doesn't make sense. Because the light is not coming in the window, it's going that way. No, maybe it's bending around. Mm-hmm. 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 It's not scary or nothing. It's okay. Sorry. I can't really see each other. I can only see you. That's not real. That's Chinese. Bees. Cigarette. Get rid of her son, take the sound away, dog. Say goodbye to life because it's come the day, dog. All my smiles and happiness are done away, dog. Watch me paint a pit that'll make you run away. That's an episode from Tick Night. Night. And he's a fantastic lyricist. I used to be a ghostwriter. I never gave my next to anybody except you guys, but anyway. Poetry. You guys already know where it is. It's the one you owe a trust fund to for lying to her and her dad. She's probably gonna go to art school or something. Remember fishing? Such a rifle. Yeah, it was. Our eyeballs. We are a powerful force as one mind, body, and soul. Let no evil enter or attempt to reduce us because of the beliefs we hold. And with this love, combined with our strength, we ward off pain and stress. Technicians I am, orderly in life and in death. What's that? Bat wings / strange music wings / Yui wings. All of this started because I was listening to music and it would come up into the sound waves up here. And they could win syndicates and stuff where they get points and stuff. And he was our favorite rapper. It's our rapper of choice, mostly because he's talented and because he doesn't cuss that much. Yeah. Sounds very awesome.
Right, FBI, don't talk about being FBI.
if I was ever in there, I'd be fucking schizophrenic wrong. He said I'd be cutthroat, FBI/CIA. Military. Slash whatever that is. Ninja. Oh, yeah. Holy water Korean. SWAT. Is that what we're not saying? I would be that in there. Like, F your stupid shit. I'm not afraid of heights. Give me the guns. Let's do it.
Break it. I'm not scared to go. That's where they stung me on my lip. Either that or somebody got lip injections. Little teeny tiny helmet feeling this way for you, Charger. Wait, oh, there's a bunch of nipples on it. That's different. Skull and Bones at Tiffany ain't that, so you better go somewhere different. And there's Air Force Wings. The pin you put on your shirt, I think. I think that's what it was. Something like that. I got 3 phones in my pocket. They're dragging me down. They're dragging me, yeah, they're dragging me down. Dragging me down. Stones. Movie vigilante. Mm-hmm. All right. Aw, there was a Congress Bedford back there. Hey, honey, I love you. Where we are in Orange. Mm-hmm. However, yes, he loves you. You know, sad is how sad it is when I have to hear these people say that. I wish I could be so bad in here. It's just depressing, man. Because you get to live out lifelines and help and work for them and stuff. I can't even be up here because of how I'm connected. But yet I started this to be able to be a part of it, you know what I mean?
Recover your deleted or lost photos. Relive forgotten moments and memories.
That's what my mom telling you. He's saying it's okay. Hold on.
You gotta choose
You have you guys.
money or you need the money.
Anyway. That's what I'm saying. They try to make everybody think they hate me in life, and it's just so fucked up because they don't. They just didn't know what to say about. Elijah doesn't know shit about what you're saying. He didn't make that rap song in real life, man. They did. They get me back for what these women did to them in here because of what they were seeing was the wrong thing too. It's just some scandalous ass. I don't even know what you call it. It's like a monopoly. My man was like, dude, I own the Beano Railroad. I own the jail. Boardwalk and Park Place. My Uncle Milton right here in Lawrencetown. Because we love Lambos. And Metallica. That didn't go very well. Well, you don't know women don't know. She's not in here, it's all around. Oh, that's dumb. I'm supposed to cry on TV, sorry. Alright, so they probably won't watch this video, but I'm just going to call you out one more time, okay? Because now you guys are really starting to look like some punk-ass bitches, whoever you're not. Once again, I invented a program that inks. It's called the AEI Own You, alright? And that's endgame, and that's usually just you know who it isn't, okay? But before that, it's a jumbled AEI Own You, and we're just going to go ahead and call it the deity group, okay? That turns into the savior program. That keeps people alive that aren't doing the wrong thing, okay? But the point here is my people can prove you innocent in your brain stems by reading your subconscious mind, all right? As evil as you want to be, motherfucker, you're done if you don't stick up for me because I'm innocent and you're guilty of never giving me the benefit of the doubt like I gave you up here. Sir. Every single, as far as they can tell, every single M&R case, whatever they're saying, right, it's not real, dude. It's all a misconception from what they're looking at, being attached to people they're not supposed to be attached to, looking through different people's eyes, seeing the wrong thing because of what they did to me. It wasn't like that before at all. It wasn't like that before. But they put 3 bodies through me. It didn't know his mom. And it attached them to my kids. It attached them to her kids. It attached their kids to their kids and all kinds of crazy shit. To where you got kids talking shit about other kids on Facebook and adults talking to shit like they're other adults on Facebook, and different friends are reading different things thinking that their friends said that about that person or whatever it is or isn't. And what it looks like, literally, it looks like the biggest setup to make Sreya hate her mom, or maybe it's just them. Because they couldn't... It was a misunderstanding at first, yeah, because they didn't realize it wasn't the one up there, but because they were blocking it. The people that played the game were blocking it because they were getting money to do it like that. And like I said, by the time they would come down here and figure out that some of the good guys and some of the bad guys, by the time they come down here and figure out that I wasn't that one and that I was sticking up for them the whole time, then they felt bad. But then they either rolled into somebody else or they'd get deleted because that person up there, the same one that won't pay me, wanted to keep playing the game the same way because he was benefiting no matter what. It's like the biggest cheat system you can ever imagine. Ain't nothing worse than a cheater in a game that Tiffany would never play because she doesn't hurt people. She doesn't gamble. I'm addicted to gambling. That's not true. She didn't do that. Neither did he. They didn't do that. That's not true. Yeah, my person up here sees stuff on cameras or whatever they're saying. On screens or something else. Nothing. They're all like, well, we would have gotten in trouble by now if we were going to get in trouble. That's literally what their fucking piece of shit ass subconsciouses are saying. They're lucky I'm not in there to fucking fuck them up. Because if I was Rachel and I had the green Ford truck attached to me and not turning into 3 different people that are hella selfish, all saying different things or whatever they're not doing up here, getting my fucking money, who aren't on the chain anymore because they rolled off of it, they're successful because of what they did to Tiffany or because they've been able to get away with stuff playing both sides of the fence. But I can't be up there? Why is that? Oh, because I'm on a chain. Right. The chain, the anchor to the ship. The ship's going to capsize if you pull Tiffany up there, right? Right. Drift away with no outboard motor. Yeah, man. Japan came down here, and it wasn't even a Swedish voice, it was an English voice, but they came down here and said, you better be sticking up for Tiffany Brooks Browning, the human being, back here, and it's ticked on my brainstem. It's also ticked up here that they said, and I don't know if it was the FBI or if it was the cops or what, but they said, we're going to retire early. I would not hear that if there was something that said, hey, Tiff, we're going to retire early. No, I heard it because it's because of me. He came down here and said, Tiffany, you can get your $7 million settlement statement on the ground, which is probably about $7,000 a month or one lump sum of way less than that. If you can stay clean and sober in the future. And I was like, I'm not even a drug addict anymore. I only drink every once in a while. So like, okay, so you're going to split it between 3 drug addicts and yourself? That doesn't make any sense. Especially when you think about the fact that the whole reason why I went, like I said earlier, was, yeah, man, see, that's bullshit. This is not true. She's good. This one's bad. Tiffany's good. They're bad. See, give me hives all over. I do, man. They get these electronic punishments for either doing drugs or maybe it's doing porn. I'm not sure what it is, but they get cases put on them up here, and they look like little spirulina things. And as they arsenic them up, I think, it gets on me and it gives me hives all over my body. It itches really bad. Like you can see the red dust. Like you have to go like that and wipe it off. You sound super crazy now. All right. Well, maybe it's just up here, but still. Hey, DEA Portland. Just so you know, you guys came over here and apologized too. Hold on, let me see if I can shelf it up. Yeah, we did right there. Dog. I saw it. I went to college, and I get paid to know when you're telling the truth. but I went to college up here. And it was neuroscientology mixed with alpha to the omega isms. That was 3 different brain stems. Was he trying to talk shit to Tony? No, he was trying to talk shit to that person. Right, because that one's lying, but Timmy Brownie on the ground is not. Right, and they move one power source to one different person, then everybody turns into somebody different. Yes and no. The cases usually move to other people's problem. It's a match. Which could be a good match, right? First and third person, that's different. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're talking to 3 different people at the same time. Through a computer system that doesn't even realize that Tiffany's not in here. Because that one couldn't see Tiffany next to herself. An angel in the window? I'm not sure. I only see it on my peripheral. See that plugged in? Mm-hmm. Alright, cool. Are you coming? Yes. Shoes back together. Yeah, but I'm sure you have too. How about this? Oh, jellyfish. No. Are they ever going to stop the porn part? Because I really don't want to be seeing virtual reality pictures shown on my screen over here. No, we all are well aware of whose that is because, well, we've all seen the videos on his phone. It's not what we're going to be looking at. Anthony Killer? Yeah, that one. Tiffany Killer? I know. It's just not funny. It was supposed to be Tiffany King, but it didn't work out because it couldn't be up here. It wasn't supposed to be with him either. It was supposed to be with someone. No, it's just that I wouldn't have married anybody in here without getting my money first on the ground, being able to live a normal life. Yeah. They got caught up into one thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. C charges with cranking it. Crank charge. I can almost guarantee you every single one has crank in their system. I mean, almost guarantee you. Yeah, well, they've been with me in my mind and in my heart since March. And I didn't want them to get deleted. I didn't want this one right here. This is the one that gave me that Ocean Sidewire situation because she knew this was going to happen. But the problem is that they got fired or they moved or something happened in Confusion Land. And I don't know if she was ever sticking up for me on the ground or the one in here, which wasn't really me. It was part her, part Rachel. But the problem here is something different. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I didn't want to get disconnected from the one who knows how to buffer edges industrials. Until I knew the FBI went back. Right, but the thing is, everything to them is a competition. I did tell AK that I took the pills all the time or whatever to stop the voices, and that did not change my wanting to remain somebody who does not break dating rules anymore. Not monogamous. Was it abstinence? Yeah. But they thought I told them that as a lie to trick them into thinking something different. But I'm not scandalous like that. This was not a competition to me. You are not competition. You are opposition. I mean, it's a matter of time until certain people realize that that's what's going on. It's just a fan. It's just a fan.
No. I keep hearing something. I think he's up there. I saw the maintenance man go upstairs. He's working on it upstairs.
Oh. Shed snakeskin. In order to recognize the real, you need to realize the fake. Better be rolling with a real one than sliding with a snake. And I got you, 'cause you are me. But they are not me no more, and I am not them. We're somebody different. But that's the outtake I took on it in the beginning, and believed that the UE people over there were the real UE, minus the women were not here that often. But anyway, that was the huckleberries, blueberry branch, one boop. No. When she said thank you, Mama, I gave her a gift certificate for $50, and it said on there, buy yourself some Biba Doobie CDs, and that's one of the artists she likes. And I loved her too. She's a talented artist, but the main thing was her nickname is Bibas, and that artist's name is Biba Doobie. So it was kind of cool. They're just asking me if I have the hairs on. Love you, Celeste. Love you, Shelby. Love you, Optimist. Love you, Horns Guy. Love you, Vigilante. Love you, Katie and Rebecca. And Cindy and I forgot their names. Volume. Really. Yeah, so basically for basically for the time I've served so far, I charge $60 an hour. And that's basically what I charge in my brainstem. That's like that's for 13,148 hours, but it's been more than that now because this was 3 or 4 months ago, 5, and it's $880,880. And they're all, we don't make $60 an hour. Or I'm like, yeah, but you don't have $1 million company, and they didn't do this to you, and you're never gonna not be by yourself, and you don't have restrictions on you. You can drink, you can drive, you can do whatever you want. You don't have people talking out of your mouth. You don't have the move notice of nothing about no matter what. You'll always be able to look like you're guilty under here and wonder every time someone's knocking on the door if it's because you didn't do something wrong and they said you did. And that was $10 an hour for looking naked and humiliated, $20 an hour for decimation of character, no privacy, $30 an hour working for the, them, the chow people or whatever we're not saying up here or right here, letting them do it with the girls, the Secret 7 service angels or whatever. And then $100. Wait, that's the edible one. Yeah, so that's what the $60 were for. And then I added $100 an hour for losing my life force and now disabled and other people working with me, and that's $2,103 that would be split between the people that are keeping me alive in real life. Shotgun show. Well, yeah, because me and my hacker friends, like, I wasn't actually doing the virtual reality, but like we sat there and we were like, okay, so I tell you what, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that and we're gonna do this, and we figured out a way to read each other's mind in the game so we could cheat the game. But they were the ones up here, not me. But it was my idea. Bracelet. Regardless, I am dying, and I don't know for sure if you guys are keeping me alive or not. There's 7G brain scan code cats are up here because of the if you're in my freaking body, you can see what I'm talking about how it pulls the rays down into my brain stems like a magnet. In and out, in and out, in and out from these people pushing and pulling, trying to get points or get my money or fight to tell the truth or not fight to tell the truth or whatever they're doing up here. And it's been like that for 3 years. And it's because I pushed them up with my eyes, with somebody else doing it through me, to a level way too high up there. Where those things are from. Remember how everybody was panicking about 5G could give us cancer? Yeah, well, I have 7G coming down into my brainstem on the ground, or else we wouldn't be able to send virtual reality messages like that through my eyes and through my hands. I wouldn't have scabs on my head. I don't mind being a casualty of war later after I'm rich and everybody loves me. Again, the way they used to before I got off drugs. To be a better mom. I was never a bad mom in the first place. I just didn't have a car. I mean, clearly it's hard to be a good mom if you're on drugs, but the point is my son was on the streets, running the streets or whatever, homeless too, and I wouldn't let him live there because people come in and out of my house all the time on drugs, and I didn't want him hanging around with them or thinking that I did drugs. And my daughter was in a safe place with her dad, like she's been since we split up, and I would see her as often as I could over there, and we would have plenty of fun when I was there, but I didn't see her often enough. And it's been 3 more years now, and I missed 3 years with her growing up. And so that's 6 total years. And you guys were too with me almost the whole time over there in Portland, those 3 years. Or else I wouldn't have heard you guys talking shit. In the DEA. Because that was a cop that was saying that to me in the bathroom when I was like, "Can you see me?" And she's like, "Yeah, bitch." Thinking I was doing it on purpose. Out loud. Because they didn't see Tiffany with vitiligo in a dark bathroom. They saw someone else. But I didn't know that back then. And she was probably talking to me through a computer system. From the beginning of the week, or this is the person that allowed them to do it on Facebook. You put him into the oven. Well, now you get a lid, sir. The UE is the differential. It has its own community of measurement. It's mixed. It's supposed to be law enforcement, though. It's not supposed to be scandalous drug addicts. It's supposed to be law enforcement and good Samaritans that help fulfill certain needs. It's here and there, and that's a sword come down on this side. I think sound right. That's my doctor's on the heartbone. They just want to kill you on the ground so they can get killed in here because I don't want to go through that. I will Rick and whatever. That just wasn't. It's not you as a person, it's you as whoever that douchebag is. Because he's on a timer and he doesn't know that we know that he's doing that on purpose. Because he comes through a computer system too that's pre-programmed to do certain things like that. Gross. Get out of here. Virtuality porn is illegal, people. Like, what the fuck, man? That's what I was saying, man. Like, the good hackers and stuff. Like, on the good side of it, like, oh yeah, let's upload all of our friends on Facebook. And we have, like, these gangs, and we get together, and we play these games together, and we can read each other's mind in virtual reality. And then on the other side, you got other people using those beautiful women, like all my friends in Vancouver. They work hard to look that way and don't do drugs, by the way, using their bodies for porn. Or their picture or whatever, man. In virtual reality, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't mate. You know, they always say they're like, yeah, we're doing all this good stuff for you, and yay, we won this, and yeah, we won that, but it just feels like another ouch. That's not it. Is he dying? It's dying. Hold on. Yeah, dude. Thanks. You're welcome. Oh, I think there's something really go through. Sometimes you gotta pop on the fishies machine. The DEA has some over there. I mean, I don't really agree with it either, but it happens when you get a blue pill attachment. I mean, Blue's Clues. That's stuff they smoke before you. It's like heroin. Stinks. Yeah, my notes of the judges and the CIA. Yeah, I was telling them how to solve these cases up here, but the problem here is that when I was talking about the X-ray vision line, see through, and then foot plate or whatever, what I didn't know is that I was going to be underneath there on the ground being blamed for stuff. So I thought it was going to be the person you could actually reach over there or wherever they're at and talk to them. I mean, I don't have a problem that I told them how to solve it, but the problem here is that you're not supposed to blame a burning human being on the ground that they're using a life force of. And there, I'm getting mine used by 3 people at least. And just it's a guild of sorts, and she may not have betrayed me in virtual reality right there, but that's just a gang name for the entities that all sound like angel people. Like the one that said, "I'm sorry, sweet enemy," etc. Inner ear. This is in private. You gave me all our trade secrets already. I'm not giving my money, so I'm the one who invented it because we had to keep proving innocence. David, black belt. Right. So they're not gonna give me my myself. Huh? They're being spunk ass bitches right now. He's only been here way longer than you. 14 years, 15 years, 10 years. Porno. But he won't wait me. It's the ops. was on my side all the time. That's on my side. Well, who's this other person you're afraid of? Your CIA guy. yeah, fuck the CIA. It's just that we couldn't get over there to where he was and talk to his face. He feels cheated. Dilgaff, sorry about your cheat codes. We don't feel sorry for you, man. You need to go home. Just go the fuck home. Sorry I said the F word. Go home. Dude, just go home. Just go home. He's the only one that would not get a lie detector test. He would not put a helmet on. He would not admit to nothing. He's just slime. He said, but I'm your son's friend. No, you're not. My son is not in here. My son is on the ground being punished because of you in here. Calling him my son. In the fucking past. Piece of shit. Dilgaff means, do I look like I give a F word? Exulances is where you start telling somebody a story or something that's got like maybe a mental emotional attachment. You're really into the story, but the person doesn't care. And like they're not emotionally invested. And it's pointless to finish telling the story and you're let down. Which is the story of my life. Constantly repeating myself every day, begging for help, begging for them down my back, begging them to give me my money or disconnect me, and they're just looking at me like, well, we got your money and we're getting your money, so we're just gonna keep calling you something different, like schizophrenic. Well, okay. Bomb call. Alright, I'm just gonna sign off. Does anybody else want to say anything? Saviors, yay. Thank you to all the UE women who said, I'm sorry I said you up to everything. We didn't mean to. We didn't know you weren't Sarah. Or that piece of shit right there making us hate you the whole time. Or some other girl that has her back secretly. Irritated you as well disconnected from the crank horse. Because they're scandalous, that's all. I'd rather use them than the kids, but they're scandalous. My brain cells go too high when I use needles. And needles aren't even supposed to be connected anymore. Right, pumping on a blunt every once in a while is one thing. Needles are illegal. Better take that person out. Yeah, well, he died. Because this part of this program was DEA. So, yeah, no, they're not allowed to be connected to people who use needles at all. But they were. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to say something. I love you, JP. I love you too. I'm sorry I don't know your name. You're going to get your money. So, or else you're all gonna go to hell.